Yeah, give Indiana credit. Thought they played really well, particularly in the second half. We had trouble scoring, and Galloway was certainly a hard guy for us to match up with. So give them credit.
Chris, another game you had an 18-point lead, just like Penn State, and this team has had issues holding leads. What was it tonight that made it?
I just didn't think we were aggressive enough, really, on either end.
What gives you hope that is correctable at this point of the season?
And I think we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Chris, what isn't working with these late game sets, back-to-back games now, just not being able to execute late?
I don't think that we executed a couple late game sets. Yeah, I'm not sure. The last one, they just jumped it. But the other ones, we got what we wanted. We got what we wanted, baseline out of bounds. But the last one, they jumped it.
Was it still same thought process with Dale with his three-point shooting like last game, or is there a different reason?
For what?
For having him handle the ball in that last sequence.
What sequence are you talking
about? Before the Jamison turnover.
Oh, yeah, it's just a set play. We just went with the small lineup.
Chris, felt like a gut punch. Is part of the frustration maybe a lack of urgency? You said not physical enough. Is it a lack of urgency or a lack of just being really?
We just weren't as detailed as we needed to be or tough as we needed to be late.
Okay.
I think last 10.5 minutes you were 2 of 11 with 5 turnovers. Just offensively in that sequence, they cut it. Obviously from 18 down to 2, took the lead.
Yeah, we just
eventually.
need to be more aggressive.
In general, the 2 games in a row, the game's on the line, and neither Bruce Thornton or Roddy Gale had the ball in their hands when I know the ball was going to Roddy, but it never got there. Just your thought of, I don't know.
No, Roddy had the ball in his hands late. Yeah, he had the ball in his hands late.
Okay, it went Bonner to Battle, turned over on the final play.
That was for Jamison, yeah.
Okay. Again, second game in a row, the game's on the line, and your 2 best ball handlers don't have the ball in their hand.
We had scored off that. Jamison had scored and got fouled earlier. We thought we could get to the line. We liked the matchup.
The idea of Felix setting the screen there, they're not going to guard him. He's going to get double teamed. Battle is, and then the turnover creates out of it. I don't know, just
yeah, we ran it baseline out of bounds and got into the free throw line with him coming to his left. 2 plays earlier, Steve.
Adversity well in games. You said that last week, they didn't handle adversity well. Just weren't tough enough down the stretch. How do you build that in the course of a season? Is that something you can build, or is it just kind of they are what they are at this point?
Yeah, we got to learn from it.
Is that maybe one of the most disappointing things so far in the season, that you have guys who went through this last year and they're still not?
I think it was a little bit of toughness, but it was lack of detail too. You can't leave a 3-point shooter on ball side.
Chris, you guys are going through some pretty rough things right now, but you seem to have a locker room that is still exactly where you want it to be, and you have a coaching staff that appears to be exactly where you want it to be. How frustrating is it to know that everybody is on the same page and bought in, and you're still just not seeing the scoreboard show what you want it to?
Yeah, no, we've got great kids. So I don't ever question that. But we need to see some results here.
You're a program builder. When you're building a program and you get the right kids that you think are going to have the right results, those results aren't showing up for you. As competitive as you are, how frustrating is that for you to have to sit up here and answer questions like this?
Yeah, I think it's frustrating for everybody. It's obviously been a really hard stretch for all of our players and our coaches. So we got to find a way out of it.
You're good. Chris, obviously near the end of the game, when you have a lead, you want to use clock. It makes sense. How do you balance the dribbling out of the clock versus wanting to get into a set and start passing the ball? It seems like 6 minutes and under, when the guys are dribbling, obviously things just stall.
Yeah, it was more a sense of we were not as aggressive as we needed to be. I thought we missed the post a couple times when we could have. We certainly weren't trying to protect anything with 6 minutes to go. It might have felt that way because we were dribbling too much. But I just thought we missed a couple opportunities where we could have thrown the ball in the post or attacked. And their length bothered us, and our lack of shooting bothered us.
Recently a lot about the day and focusing on practice or focusing on that day. when the results like this don't come, does that become harder to do especially for younger guys?
Well, we'll see tomorrow. I'm sure it's a hard one for our guys. We'll see how they respond tomorrow.
Devin had given you some stuff the last couple of games. You talk about maybe not the team not having good enough attention to detail. What went into him not playing at all in the second
He
half?
got in foul trouble.
That was it? Okay. What was the scout on Galloway and Renew and the way that they were able to put you in ball screen?
Yeah,
issues?
good in his right hand. I didn't think we got to his right hand well enough.
Is that an example of like the detail and the things that you talk about that?
Detail and toughness. Yeah, we have to be better.
How does this loss sit with you? I mean, like you said, tough stretch. You're at home. You're up 18. You feel this one slip away. Well, how does a loss like this?
Well, I think it's a tough one for all of our guys. Yeah, not just me. It's a tough one for everybody a part of the program.
And is this the kind of loss in this kind of season that you feel is something? Is there still time to come back from something like this?
I mean, I think we'll see how we respond.